So believe it or not, it's March. I think last time we talked here, it was probably in December and worrying about snow flying. Well, I think the snow is all over. The restaurant is just about done. We're so close to opening, just a matter of a few days now. And you can see the vineyard has all been pruned, looking really, really nice. And well, maybe we should head into the kitchen and see the state of the kitchen, kind of the heart and the soul of the restaurant. So here we are in the heart and soul, as I call it, of the restaurant, where we can work on perfecting our terroir cuisine of Amuse on the vineyard. And you can see finally all the equipment is in. We got our stoves, our grills, even a bit of a fryer. We're not really going to be doing tons of fried food, but those little intricate garnishes, and well, I think you're going to see the odd frite pop up. And honestly, we actually have a very, very interesting hamburger, believe it or not, in store for our lounge. I think something to the words of 40-day aged beef is actually where we're going from the local farms here on Vancouver Island. And some other fun toys that we have are our immersion circulator. And it's very interesting. You don't see these in every kitchen nowadays, but they're a really neat tool. A lot of the chefs in Spain and well, even in parts of North America are using them now. But more cooking in a water bath, a very gentle cooking technique that we'll be using, of course, on some of our dishes here. So it's going to be really fun to be able to create and our terroir cuisine and grow things right in the garden, bring it here into the kitchen and put some very interesting cooking preparation techniques to it. So we're in actually the back part of the kitchen. There's two different kitchens here, and you can see some of the equipment that we've decided to go with, and of course a really big mixing machine here, a mixer. And what we'll be doing with that is some of our breads that we make every day here, also some flatbreads for a very authentic style Napoleonic pizza that we'll be doing in our lounge as well. And so this will definitely come in handy. And we have our ice cream machine, of course, that we do our sorbets for our intermezzos every day. And as we're working back here, the nice part about this is going to be when we do events on the vineyard as well as what's happening at the restaurant, and we don't even have to bother each other. So we'll have a team of chefs here, a team of chefs there, just creating with a bit of elegance on both. And the neat thing too, to start to do some of those bigger numbers and to make our stock every day in an easier way, is this great tilt skillet. And we roast all the bones, put it in, and away you go, let it simmer for hours. So of course every restaurant, every public location has to have washrooms. Well, it's funny, it's almost one of the first places I take people when they come here, because I'm so excited about how they look. Besides all the woodwork and the amazing work that Tom and his crew has done, one thing that I've always wanted, and when we started this project, was these sinks made. And anybody can go to any big store and buy sinks, but these are handmade here right in Chemainus. Jan Wills does amazing pottery, and so she fired these right in her kiln. And of course we got a nice faucet to match, kind of a waterfall. A little bit of elegance, again, even in the washrooms, and it's details that make a restaurant at the end of the day. So here we are, we're in one of the three different dining rooms, and each different dining room has a little feel to it. This one, still while semi-formal, a bit casual too, and we were talking before about possibilities of hamburger and frites and stuff, and that's more for our lounge. We'll still be serving more of the Amuse style like we used to have in Shawnigan here, our chef's tasting menu, and some of the emu carpaccio and a few other dishes in this dining room, but again, a little more casual. You can see it's a little more open, a little more bright of a style room here. So another component of the dining that we have here at Amuse on the Vineyard. So the next room we've come into here is more of a formal dining room. And here, of course, we'll be having our full menu offerings here. And we have the fireplace, a little more cozier, a little more elegance here. Some of the lighting in this room actually has been re-replicated to about the 1910 time period. And you can, of course, look right out, cross over to the pond, the tasting room with the winery. And we have some of the most beautiful characteristics of this room. Still the original hutch here that we've left, and all the wood wainscoting. Like I said, it has that feel that's simple but elegant, and that's exactly how we'd like to describe our food and as we're preparing our terroir cuisine here at Amuse. So a very important part of the end of your meal, of course, and all the stages along are important, but that finishing last few moments, and there's a lot of choices you can have. You can go with port style from, Unsworth here with their Ovation, and let me tell you, I think that's one of my favorites, of course, is to finish off with a little port dessert wine. And of course, we have some Victor's tea here, Cowichan Caravan, tea farm grown right here and blended right here in the Cowichan Valley. And well, these two pieces of neat looking equipment create some magnificent espressos and cappuccinos, lattes, depending on what is your fancy, of course, at the end of your meal. And Gareth from Drum Roaster, right in Cobble Hill, just down the street, will be not only helping us install our machines here like he's done and perfect our different beans that we'll be blending here. He roasts all the beans right down the street from us. So you really can't get a fresher espresso, cup of coffee, Americano, like I said, depending on whatever your fancy is here. So please not only come and enjoy all of the terroir cuisine through our entrees and appetizers, but dessert also is a very important part of the meal. So in the typical Amuse fashion, I guess we would say here, is we've kept everything as local as possible, and that includes our bar top, the marble that we have here. It's beautiful, all one solid piece coming from Tassus, just up North Vancouver Island. And we've got matrix marble as well, of course, to fabricate this and install it for us. And when we were building the restaurant and thinking, yes, our food is local, but how do we resonate that through the whole building process? And I think we have. I think we've achieved that through people like Matrix Marble, Tom Humberg with all the construction here, and the pottery bowls that look like sinks, of course, in the washrooms. And for us, it gives us that sense of place. It gives us really not just for our food, all the way around to what we're doing, and we're truly sustainable at the end of the day. So we're back outside, of course, on the front porch here, and well, hopefully many of you are going to join us in our opening very, very soon. And we've been filming all these videos and they're called teasers for a reason, and well, we're still going to tease you a little bit longer as we're waiting on our liquor license and the final details. And it's been almost a year now, and those things take time, but one other little piece that we're waiting on, and of course, all that sustainability, the terroir cuisine, everything we talk about here. One thing that we don't want to forget about is our friends at GBS Glassblowing and what they're going to be doing for us. And well, we have this little tiny ball, of course, with their oil lamp that they make there, and we're going to be getting quite a bit larger ones and some other chandeliers that are going to be great in our lounge. So I encourage you all to come back, see us. We'll probably have an update within the next week or so I'd say by mid-March. Hopefully all of you will be joining us here with a nice glass of Pinot Gris Unsworth Vineyard wine and a little ribbon cutting as we open up Amuse on the Vineyards. So until then, thank you very much.